All right, part 4. Family are not friends. Friends are not family. This right here is Rico, and this right here is TT. Yep, Rico and TT. Rico's an old fart. TT, she's a little overnight oldest. That's Rico. You know, Rico, he's kind of mean. You'll see it. But this is those two. It's rough. Mom, parents. That's rough parents. Rough. That's rough. Hey, move back. That's rough. Yeah. Hey, get back here. Come back. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come. Stay. What are you doing? Stop. 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 I'm trying to come back inside. So wait, get off me. Get off me. Go do something. So anyway, so this is the other part. I guess they're ready to come back inside. This is the other part. I'm gonna get in this cage so they can leave me alone. All right. So the other part, we're in Houston, and what can I say? How this goes. All right. So I told y'all already about Tyson putting a gun in my face while he was beating up on my mom. Okay, so the next part would be, I told you about us stealing in the store, we're getting caught. Okay, so now we're back homeless. And we meet the woman, Shantae Brooks is her name. And she got us off the street, but we end up back on the street because my mom didn't want to give us full custody. They want to go back inside. Come on, in. Come on, let's go. Come on. You don't like that heat. Let's go. Hey, BB, let's go. Come on. Go on in. Go. Okay. I'm gonna get back to this thing. Let me get them in the cage, right? Come here, BB. Come here, girl. Get your butt out. Get your butt out. Like, go in there. Go in there, BB. Go in there. All right, go in your cage. Cage. He's kind of anxious. His legs stuck. Back. Cage. All right. Back to the store. I'm gonna get them some treats. Yeah, I fed rough with these treats when he was a puppy, but he don't seem much interested in these puppy butters anymore. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So now, we're back in the streets of Houston, Texas. And because my mom didn't want to give full custody up. She didn't want to give full custody up. So, what happened was, my uncle, we're going to call him Uncle Ron. My Uncle Ron, he came and picked us up. He wanted us off the street. So he's my mother's brother-in-law. He's married to my mother's sister. We're gonna call her, well, it don't matter. Just call her my aunt for this story purpose. And they had 3 kids. They had 3 boys. So in this story, this is when some crazy stuff happened to me when I was 13. They had an older boy. He was bigger, and he liked to hit the weights and things of that nature. They had 3 bedrooms. So we all was like trying to make it happen, I can't remember where my sister was staying at. I'm not really sure. Who knows? Maybe she was probably sleeping. She was sleeping and there were, I don't know, maybe in the living room. I don't know where she was sleeping at. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But anyhow, that's not even an issue. So one day, my cousin, the oldest boy, we're gonna call him Junior. The oldest boy, he's always liked to punch on me. You know what I'm saying? He liked to see me basically shrivel up or be in pain, basically trying to, advertise his strength type stuff. That's the way he was. But, it was what it was, you know what I mean? I never been a very violent person. Well, let me take that back. I have been a violent person. I haven't been a confrontational. I'm not very confrontational, okay? We just go with that. And so, and I already told y'all what happens to you when something unexpected happened to me and I become in a state of shock and I don't know what to do and I just freeze. Okay, well, that's always been my personality. Even to this day, it's been my personality. And so, anyhow, now, Junior's younger brother, we're gonna call him G. His younger brother, cause we have to decide the living arrangements of who gonna sleep where, and so G said he didn't want to sleep with Junior because Junior be grabbing or trying to hunch a person's butt. Now, I heard him say this, but it didn't really register. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't understand that people can have a perverted mindset where a boy would find another boy attractive. And I say a perverted because I'm saying perverted because I don't believe this is natural. Okay, I don't think that we can reprocreate by being with the same sex. I don't believe that. I don't support it, anything to that nature. But if that's your cup of Kool-Aid, that's you. I don't think that you should be doing that. I don't even believe you should be doing that. I think that you should go back in the closet, but that's just my opinion. I don't even think you should be in the closet with it, but I'm not going to be evil with my words, because I got to be political correct. So anyhow, but I'm going to tell you why I say these words, because I too became a victim of this type of perversion, okay? And I want you to take heed to where I'm coming from, because if it haven't happened to you, you probably came to relate to what I'm saying. So anyhow, now I love all my family members, okay, and I love them because these are the individuals that I've known since the beginning of my time, and I do believe that you can unalive someone you love and still love them. Okay, that's just my belief. I believe that you can do that. It's no different from a woman having some abortion, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can compare that with that, but I do believe that you can love someone and still unalive them. I do believe that. It's for example, let's say that my brother and I were staying in the same house, and I told my and let's say my brother, he was kind of crazy in here. He had some type of mental disorder in his brains, and something happened where he ended up picking up a knife and he's chasing me and my kids with him, endangering us, and I have to make a decision. I have to put him down, and I put him down. So to save my life, my children's life, my wife's life, and I put him down. It hurted me to do it, but I had to do it because he left me with a bad choice. Either let him off my loved ones or me off him. So I had to do him in, and it hurts me to have to bury him, but that's what I would have to do. But that didn't mean I didn't love him. I love the hell out of him. But that didn't mean because I did that, I had unallowed him that I didn't love him. I'll give you another example. Let's say that, and this is a good example, this is based on a true story. Let's say that let's say you had a son and he was in a bad car wreck, and they tell you if they don't pull the plug and he wake up, he's going to be messed up for the rest of his life. He's going to be living in a certain condition where he's going to suffer. And as a parent, you have the decision to unplug the life supporter or keep it plugged so he can wake up and live this miserable life. Okay, now I grant that we don't know what God or the Creator will end up doing to him, but we're not going there right now. I'm just trying to make a point. And so the parent is left with a choice to unplug this thing. Because the parents say, yes, go ahead and unplug it. And because they did that, it unallowed their child. Does this mean that they don't love their child? No, they love their child. They would give their life for their child. You get what I mean? So I don't want you to think that because you will offset or unalive someone that you don't love them. Okay? And that's how I feel towards family, and that's how I feel towards friends. See, I don't have this light switch where if I take you as a friend, I can turn my light switch and hate you and become your enemy. No. Before I do that, I just keep away from you so I won't have to do anything harmful towards you. That would be my approach, because my door would always be there for you to knock on, but it probably would be locked. It all depends on the situation. My door would probably be locked. You have to knock on it, and I have to decide to open it. But you will always know where my door is if you're trying to rekindle. It all depends on what you did, but the door would always be there. So it leaves me with a choice to forgive you or not. But I tend to forgive everybody for their wrongdoings, because I would want my Creator to forgive me for my wrongdoings, because I'm gonna tell you, I've done some things, and I'm so shocked that I believe my Creator still loves me, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna be on here saying that, oh, I'm a saint, I'm no sinner, I didn't deserve all the bad things that happened. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna play that game, because I'm gonna tell you, I have been a scumbag, I've been an uncivilized smut, and I'm gonna tell you, and we're not going there. Anyway, let me get back to the story. So G was saying he don't want to be in a room with Junior because Junior be hunching on his booty or his butt. You know what I mean? And I didn't register. I'm like, what are they talking about? So I found out. So I'm laying down in bed with Junior, and I got my what they call those tidy whities on. I had tidy whities. That at that time I wasn't wearing boxes. All I wear is boxes now. But I was wearing my tidy whities, right? And I wake up and I feel Junior behind me, pressed up, hunching my butt with my tidy whities on. There was no, I don't want to get descriptive on here. It wasn't none of that. It was just him pressing his manhood on my butt cheeks and I froze. I'm like, man, what the? What C. Bill say? What the feezy? And it messed me up. Like, what the hell? And it was crazy because either the same night or the next morning, it probably happened that night, and the next morning, Junior threw a fit saying that he is uncomfortable with us being there. He don't have the space and all this other stuff. And so his mother and father decided to kick us out. So I didn't even stay there long enough to even bring it up to the parents or anything like that. And I felt so violated. Like, man, I can't believe this happened to me as a boy. And so You remember what I told you in my introductions. Now, I want y'all to keep this in mind about what I said in my introduction. I want y'all to remember what I told y'all. Now, this could actually have happened to me, or this might not have happened to me. Only the person with first-hand knowledge will know whether this happened to me. And y'all can make your little jokes. Say, yeah, that happened to you. Hey, have at it. Have y'all fun. I'm inviting all these what they call trolls. Y'all come up because I think it will be entertainment. I think y'all can say all type. Look, I don't care. I don't know none of y'all. Say what you want to say. I'm probably not going to be reading. If I do read it, look, I'm at an age where I let words just flow off me. Now, I might not like it. It might rub me the wrong way, but there's one thing that I learned in my imprisonment. And this one thing, and I'm going to leave this with y'all before I go to the next story on the next chapter. Never, never allow your emotions, I'm going to say it again, never allow your emotions to overwhelm your intellect. Because when you learn how to not do that, then you will be able to make better decisions. When you are driven by your emotions, you will make a lot of mistakes. And then you're going to be somewhere like, dang, I wish I didn't do that. I knew better than that. Yeah, you did, but you so emotionally driven, you can't think, or you don't think. So learn how to think besides operating off your emotions, okay? And that's it. That's this chapter. Family are not friends, and friends are not family.